I wasn't gonna post a video today because I forgot to do it yesterday, but I'm committed to this, so I woke up early today so I could make a quick video just on my coffee setup and pretty much how I make my coffee every morning. So that's why I look so tired. So okay, all right, I'll go over the stuff I have. So I've been making coffee seriously for about let me switch camera angles here. Alright, I like this angle more. So, like I was saying, I've been making coffee somewhat seriously. And when I say seriously, I mean just more than using like a Mr. Coffee. For about 5 years now. My go-to setup, I've tried a lot of different things. We have like a whole cupboard full of coffee machines. We have an espresso machine. We have 2 grinders. We have the whole 9 yards. But the thing I always go back to, this is kind of my main setup. Actually my first like serious coffee maker I bought, and the one I still use, this is a Chemex. This is the 8 cup, I believe. I'm also using Chemex filters. I kind of like the square filters just because of the way they look. There's no actual difference, but this is the coffee brewer I use, the Chemex with the Chemex filters. I've had a couple different scales break on me, and I end up just using this one because I've seen that a lot of coffee shops use this. It has Bluetooth, it tracks all your weights and all that stuff. I don't use any of that, I just use it to weigh things. If they ever watch this video, please make a version of this, maybe they already do, that doesn't have the Bluetooth and all the wireless stuff and things like that. I would like that a lot. But this is the Acai, can't pronounce it, but hopefully it focuses here. Yeah, Acai Pearl. And they're pretty expensive, but they last forever. I think I've already charged this about 10 times. I've owned it for like 3 years. So the battery lasts forever too. I'm using Stumptown today. Usually I go to my local roaster down the street, but I ran out of coffee and we were at the grocery store and I ended up with Stumptown. And they're a good semi-local roaster. So I'll go into the actual coffee making process really quick. Oh yeah, before I go too far, I use a Hario gooseneck kettle. So put some water in this and get started. I feel like binging with Babish here. Alright, we put this on the burner. Alright, so we're making 2 cups of coffee. Even though this is an 8 cup Chemex, it really only makes at most about 3 or 4 cups. I don't know if they measure 8 cups or because these come in a bunch of different cup sizes by like 6 ounces or something, but yeah, in reality it's really a 2 to 3 cup maker. So I'm gonna measure out 35 beans, 35 grams of beans. Uh-oh, too excited there. And this will make about let's see, I think our mugs are about 12 ounces, so make about 24 ounces of coffee. So 2 12-ounce cups. So I'll go over to the grinder and show you the grinder really quick. So we have 2 grinders. This one I use just mostly for the espresso. This is the one I use for everything else. Chemex, French press, all that stuff. It's the Baratza Aqua. Like I said, I'll put links to everything in the description. Alright, we're ready to start brewing. So I rinse my coffee filter. Most times you want to rinse your coffee filter with water just to get all those paper particles and stuff from manufacturing out of there. There's some newer filters that say you don't need to do that. I still do that even with the newer ones. It's just an old habit. I've ground the coffee. You can kind of see it there, kind of how coarse it is. It's like maybe sea salt, rough sea salt coarseness. It's fairly large, almost not as coarse as French press, but coarser than like Mr. Coffee or some other filters. So yeah, 35 grams of coffee in there. I have my scale at 0. I have my coffee freshly heated. For darker coffees, like I said, this is a French roast coffee. I usually go around 200 degrees. You kind of go lower temperature with darker coffees. So if you don't have a kitchen thermometer, you can just let it boil, then let it sit with the lid off for maybe 5-10 minutes to cool down. So this is a little bit over 200. If it was a really light coffee, which we normally brew, I just go closer to boiling. I let it boil, I let it sit a minute, and then I start using it. So first you want to let it bloom. Oops, put that back on. All fresh coffees you should generally let bloom just to let them off gas. So I just do about 80 grams of water, let it sit for about a minute, and then I come back and finish the brew. And we'll do the brew in several pours, so I'm not gonna make you watch all that, but I'll put some highlights. Okay, so it's done blooming. It's been about a minute. Gonna do the first pour. This isn't gonna be the best because I'm trying to watch the camera while doing this, so don't judge me too harshly. And about a total of 300 grams of water. I try to wash down the stuff on the edge if things start building up because you end up with like a cone, which is not ideal. Alright, so let's wait for the next pour. Alright, let's do another pour. And then we'll have one more after this. Alright, time for the final pour. There's a little more coffee than I like to around the edges. Alright. And we're gonna end at 560 here. And that'll give us a good ratio. I think I did the math on this one a long time ago and I landed it somewhere I liked. I think this is about 1 to 16 ratio of beans to water. So there's 16 times as much water as there is beans by weight here. So we'll let this finish filtering and then pour the coffee. Alright, the coffee's done. I'm gonna pour it. So I have a bit of a sixth sense now after making videos for a few years. I can already tell people are gonna start commenting on certain parts of the video. Please don't leave me a comment about how my coffee was coning in the filter. I know it was. I'm trying to do this on video. Yeah, I'm just kidding. You can leave a comment if you want. I kind of messed up. But I know it. I realize that you don't need to point it out. So, alright, here's my coffee. All freshly brewed. Oh, look at that. Alright, all done. I need to get to work. I have a job to do. Alright, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you out there.